This is from Restored Republic via GCR compiled by Judy Byington. Judy noted 800 numbers could go out by Monday morning, June 1st, to set appointments that were to begin on Monday, June 1st, the same date that the transition to the restored U.S. Republic was scheduled to begin, and the same date as Iraq has said they would announce their new dinar rate. Evidently, intermediate adjudicated settlement and Tier 3 to 4A accounts were released over the weekend, while Tier 4B would receive 800 number notification no later than Monday, June 1st, the Chinese elders' mandated deadline given to Trump. Also on Monday, June 1st, 2020, is a start date for the new U.S. Republic with an official gold asset backed U.S. note announcement and complete conversion of the old cabal central banking system to the new and transparent quantum financial system. An official public announcement of the new U.S. Republic could come as early as the 4th of July, 2020, or wait a few months until September. Redemption and exchanges at contract rates would likely be available until the Tier 5 general public release, expected mid June. Okay, Sunday, May 31st, Fleming military intel contact from late Saturday night says the RV teams were working hard this weekend to make all things ready for the unfolding of a series of release events starting Monday, June 1st, including the beginning of the final GCR RV liquidity release sequence, the start of redemption exchanges, the removal of deep state SWIFT system from the global banks that was being replaced by the QFS, and a series of legal and political restored republic transitions bringing in constitutional law and common law measures. There's been a series of obstructions that slowed the release process down this past week of May 24th. A number of adjustments needed to be made that came out of discussions between the Trump team and the Chinese about a series of historic 1913 U.S. railroad and water infrastructure bonds that were discovered in the St. Louis Federal Reserve Bank basement by Judy Shelton, the overseer of the transition to the digital USN being accessed in the QFS along with Mnuchin. The USA and Chinese parties discussed mutual and debt forgiveness through these bonds over 3 days last week, Tuesday through Thursday, 26th through the 28th of May. Each bond was worth 150 metric tons of gold plus interest, totaling over 236 trillion of value in all bonds, which were now serving for mutual debt forgiveness to the USA, China, and 7 to 8 other countries in Asia and Africa. This past week, Department of Defense security teams had to work through issues related to COVID 19, CDC measures for exchanges that 9 deep state Democratic state governors had insisted on, as well as travel restriction issues and exchange start border security issues. This past week, the security teams largely took care of these issues, but the Monday, June 1st, legal and political transitions would help alleviate many of these pandemic shutdown issues. The 800 number call center staff would answer all questions currency holders had related to traveling to and from redemption centers and any travel permission documents needed in states or regions with pandemic restrictions still in place. Most currency holders should be able to say any officer of the law that they are on essential business traveling to the bank, and that should be sufficient reason to travel to appointments. On Monday, June 1st, Iraq would be following a set of procedures with the USA and China to bring forth publicly the Dinar RV international rate. Iraq has notified the White House that they're ready to proceed with USA procedures on Monday, June 1st. Starting Monday, June 1st, the banks and eventually the public would be re-educated on the new asset-backed USN, replacing the fiat US dollar because the new republic was coming in legally and politically requiring this education. Right now, the Federal Reserve and the IRS digital ledgers were under control of the U.S. Treasury and would be part of the restored republic phase of changes over the next 90 days, 3 months. Starting Monday, June 1st, there would be a series of programs for debt relief brought out nationally and internationally as GCR and NESARA protocols were further implemented globally. Over the past few weeks, the U.S.'s 23 to 27 trillion in debt was removed in the release process, advanced by the Chinese elders, moving funds tied to dragon bonds, yellow, black, and red dragon bonds. Since Thursday, the 21st of May, the Royals have been releasing funds from the Heritage Funds accounts that were now converted to digital asset backed U.S. notes. And that's all for now. Thanks for tuning in.